Well, I was digging around in the closet for something else and I came across this old thing. This is a Sony Walkman WM-36. Now this was mine when I was in college. I brought this over with me from England to the States because, you know, it runs on batteries. There's no problem with voltage conversion, and gosh, this thing went with me everywhere. I always had this thing strapped to my hip there with some sounds on, Beastie Boys and Wham and that kind of thing. Goodness me. It's from 1987, and so was the music that I played in it. It's not a really upmarket model, but it's not bad. It is a real Sony Walkman, which you know it's not one of those crappy cheapo ones. And I liked it because it had a 5-band graphic. You know, you can give it a lot of bass with this one, a lot of treble with this one, and then the 1 Hz and 400 Hz there. Oops, they're in the middle for you. Fairly basic. Stop, rewind, fast forward and play. Little light there that I believe it's on when you're playing, and you know, it gets dim when the batteries are low. That's why it's also a battery meter. You can plug it into the mains. DC 3 volts, of course. Two AA batteries in this thing. Volume control, your headphone socket, and you know, the difference between a cheap piece of equipment and a Sony, which is why you pay a little bit more, is because, you know, you buy a cheap one and that little headphone socket always seem to you know, have a bad connection after a while. You plug your headphones in there and knock it after 100 times, that thing just gets bad, and you end up having to wiggle it to get stereo and things like that. But with the Sony, they got that little strengthening piece of green plastic around there, and it really helps with that. It's got Dolby to remove some of the noise, the hiss, but you know, I mean, your graphic will do that for you, so that's just a feature there. And the good old normal and metal tape function. Not that anybody ever used metal tapes, but I suppose they thought they were going to be big, so just about everything of this era had that setting in there. Now the cool thing about this is that I haven't tried this in about, gosh, 13 years. It's been in the closet. Well, more than that, God, 16 years or more. Let me think about that for a second. Nope, I say 20 years or more, so there you go. It's been sitting in the closet for 20 years and I haven't tried it until this very moment. So we're going to find out live, as it were, whether this thing has any life left in it. A little belt clip there I was talking about. Nice feature. A lot of them didn't have that. The early ones had a huge strap. You were supposed to sling it over your shoulder and have it banging around your hips as you walked. But that was very uncool. So it's got some batteries in it. Let's give it a shot. Good sign. Battery light is on. There's no tape in there right now, but it's not dead. There's no eject, by the way. You just lift the lid up. But yeah, it looks like it might actually work. Let me go see if I can find a tape. Shove it in there, close the lid, and we will take it over to my amplifier here, and a bit crackly. Let's see what happens. Don't even know what's on this tape. Seems to work, but interestingly enough, the graphic is reversed to what I'm used to. The one for the bass is over here, the 100 Hertz one, and the 10 Hertz is on the left hand side, which is sort of opposite. Well, there you go. Seems to work alright. I'm sure the head needs cleaning. It would sound a lot better if I did that. But still usable. Brings back good memories.